Hello everyone! Today's video we are starting off with a completely blank face, and that is because I am going to be doing my eyes first for this video. This is going to be the palette bingo for the month of August, and the palette that was chosen randomly was the Cosmic Brushes Serenity. I felt like it went with my shirt today, and then I already got my colors, so I know how chaotic it's going to be. But the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette got randomly chosen for the month of August. I'm only doing these when I have and own the palette. The creators, Andie from Makeup in the Mundane and DW from Dub's Beauty Diary, they are doing it every month regardless if they have the palette or not, because they're going to dupe the vibes. But in my case, I'm only going to be participating if I own the palette. Also, look at my nails. Everything is matching today. But yes, they created this. They randomize a palette and you do a palette bingo. So you pick 5 to whoever knows how many shades you want to choose. I really enjoy this palette. I love the palette. It is one of those palettes that makes me so incredibly happy. It's a weird combination of colors. But may I remind you, this is my least favorite shadow in the entire palette. It does not have much pigment. You have to really build it up. It's one of those extremely hard pressed shades, and I just don't like it. And I'm going to put on the screen here the randomization. I use the Tiny Decisions app, I believe it is called. And that was one of the shadows that got chosen. And it's the only shimmer that got chosen. And today's look, I don't know if I'm going to go super smoky and dark for this look, or if I'm going to keep the dark shades pretty minimal and really focus on the bright blue. But you guys seeing on the screen my shades that I have, what I have to use, you're seeing the swatches on the screen, and today's going to be interesting. I was thinking with the shades that are on the screen, I'm thinking of maybe doing a really dark and smoky eye and that pop of blue be in the corner, in the inner corner. I do want to put tape on the eyes because of the amount of depth we have, which I feel like when I do these collabs, it is the most interesting color story and looks that I get. I do have 2 pieces of tape. I have them on the back of my hand because I think Jan had a little bit of a heart attack the last time I did this because I went straight with tape. If you put it on the back of your hand first, it gets a lot of the stickiness off. So when you're peeling it up from a very sensitive area of your face, it doesn't feel like, you know, you're ripping all your skin off. So I'm going to put these on, try and make them as even as possible. I'm going to prime my eyelids and I shall be back. So the shades that I got are going to be pretty simple. We have these 3 here, which again, this is my least favorite shade, and we're going to attempt to put it all over the lid. And then the last 2 shades are this bright blue and the black. I think I'm going to start dark because it will flow, and I mean, it'll eventually blend into another color. I never use black this intensely, that is for sure. I really love both Andie and DW. They are both amazing people, and they do so much for like the community. And I also want to say that very, very recently, Andie just got 600 subscribers, so very excited for them, and their goal is for, I believe, saving stuff up for 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which I really like the way I've been doing. Well, I've done one giveaway, let's be honest here. I really liked how I did my giveaway, where whoever wins got a palette of their choice from Nomad, because it was a Nomad giveaway, and I just sent them to their house. And it was nice because the person who won was overseas, and you know, Nomad has I guess a warehouse there, so it was not anything extra for the person that won, and I didn't have to really worry about paying an arm and a leg for the taxes and the fees and stuff. With these sorts of looks, you really gotta trust process. But I do love both of them so incredibly much, and I highly recommend you go to both of their channels and both of their Instagrams. So many people do this project, and it's just so much fun to see everyone's looks. Like, we're all using the same palette, and of course it's randomized. Like, you really don't know what you're gonna get. And I'm just thankful my shades were cohesive. I wish I had a little bit more, I guess, what can I call it? I wish I had a little bit more shimmers, because the shimmer I got is not very shimmery, and when I do these sorts of looks, I obviously am doing something quite bright, and that's not normally the way I do my makeup. I haven't done my makeup this, I guess, intensely, and I feel like the reason why this doesn't look as dark is because I brought the black onto my lid. So if I did that, it'll probably look better. I used to do my makeup like this all the time, and I've mentioned that in other videos where I've done very dramatic looks like this. Like, this would be my day-to-day sort of makeup look, but that's just not how I do my makeup anymore, and I feel like I don't have the time to be creative like I used to. Does this blend look good? I'm hoping so. I wonder if it would be worthwhile for me to bring out my water activated liner palette, because if I put this really dark shade all over the lid, then I feel like I need something to lighten. I feel like I do. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with my tacky base here. This is still kicking, and it's not letting me down at all. How is the weather like where you live? For me, I don't think we are in a drought, but let me tell you, my grass in my yard is crunchy. Like, it is brown, it is dehydrated, it is crunchy. I feel very bad for my grass. It is just not having a good time. And it's not just my yard, it's other people's yard. My yard gets a lot of sun, so it is like dead, and it desperately needs water. So I put tacky base on. I'm going to use a brush, because when I did my swatches, I had to build it up a million times, and I'm hoping if I don't know if you can see, if I push my brush into the eyeshadow and kind of like break that layer, if pigment would actually come off, and if the shimmer part would actually, I guess, come off too. So I don't ever do anything this smoky, but this is what we're doing. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't like it so far, but I didn't know what else to do. I wish I did less blue in the black and I did more purple, because it feels like I just got hit in the face with like a basketball or something. I'm gonna try and pack on purple to try, I don't know if it'll lighten it by any means, but I really want this not to look so dark. But every single time I have done a palette bingo recently, I have not liked it, like, in the slightest. This is looking so intense. So intense. I feel like I don't know what to do. I am going to take the very light blue and I'm going to pack it on the inner corner and try and like blend it into the crease and blend it up into, which I feel like that makes a world of difference when I bring such a bright matte up there. Like, doesn't that give just a little bit of light and brightness? The last time I have done a palette bingo, God forbid, I had no clue what to do. Again, it was all mattes and one shimmer. Like, what is the world trying to tell me? Because I am a lover of shimmers, and like, you do need mattes, but I feel like you also really need shimmers. I feel like that made a world of difference. And what I'm going to primarily put some of that purple on the lower lash line, maybe a little bit of the blue to kind of work it into this outer portion. But let's see what it looks like once I take the tape off. Like, such a harsh line, and then like, that's what I wanted, a harsh line. If I do add purples down below and I continue the blue, and then I have a blue liner I'm gonna use, then I was also thinking, if I use this palette, I don't want to mess up the look though, because that's kind of what I am scared about, is me messing up what I already got going here. Like, I feel like now that I'm looking at it, and the longer I look at it, I feel like I'm gonna like how dark it is. If you were in my spot, in my position, what would you do with this look? Because this is where I'm at, and you can barely tell the shimmer is there, but I used it, it's there. I'm going to do the rest of my face, and we're going to leave the lower lash line for when I get back. Alrighty, the rest of my, not my rest of my face, but at least my base complexion is on. I am using my Sydney Grace powder foundation, and I've been using it as an actual powder foundation. I really like it for a one and done sort of situation. When we go to the beach in like a month and a half or so, I feel like I'm going to be taking that, because like this morning I did not want to be bothered by getting my sponge wet. So I used the powder foundation this morning, and I did like a one and done like thing with a single eyeshadow. But then like now, like, I don't want to get up and get my sponge wet. So I just put on this, and I feel like the coverage is really, really well. I have you guys saw earlier, this all here is a train wreck. I feel like it's covering it really well, and I have some issues up here and everything. I just put some concealer underneath my eyes just to give it a little bit more coverage, I guess. This powder foundation, I have really liked it, and I feel like the color, once I blend it down like my neck and whatever, I feel like it doesn't look that bad. I do have the shade BU4. For my true fair skin, I would probably want BU2. BU3 looks a little dark in comparison to BU4, so I feel like I would go with BU2. I feel like I'd go with 2 for like I guess my lighter shade. I do have my 1 and 2 sample mixed in here, but I feel like overall my face looks very even, and for me to wear it on a day-to-day basis, I really, really like it. So I'm very glad I got that powder foundation. I think Sydney Grace did a lovely job. But I did get water, and for the winged eyeliner situation, or the eyeliner, it doesn't have to be winged eyeliner, because I kind of want to play along with this blue, and there is a blue in this palette here, and I really want to play with the blue. But I have to do the lower lash line. I am going to go in with the purple first, and I'm going to buff this underneath, and I'm going to keep it on the outer portion of the eye, because I do want to bring that blue down just a little bit. The job I'm currently, like the company I work for currently, they do 38-hour work weeks. So one day you're working 6 hours, and I personally don't take a lunch, so I work 6 hours straight, and that's kind of, I guess that's kind of all I do. I don't take a lunch or anything, so that's what I personally do. So on my short day, I do like to come and then do like some fun makeup, and I really enjoy doing the fun makeup because I usually don't have time for it. I'm putting a little bit of that blue down there. I feel like it's not what I want. I feel like I'm gonna have to put some of the blue shade, some of that blue shade down there to kind of blend. This does look like a very night sky to me though. I'm not bringing the black in because the black has so much space up top and I don't want it to be overwhelming. Cleaned off my brush and I really want that blue to be really bright in the inner corner because when I added my concealer, a lot of it did leave, and I do want to bring it up here as well. I also want to bring the blue down below. When I was at Dollar General, I passed a couple Dollar Generals on my way home from work. So one of the Dollar Generals that I went to, I needed to buy more like shipping thingy-majiggies for my Mercari and Poshmark. Like I get the 5-pack, like the white bubble mailer things. Like I get those to package my things in. And so I had to go there for those. And I just glanced at the clearance section, and the clearance section was 50% off anything with a yellow like ticket or a yellow marker or whatever. And they had Believe Beauty. Believe Beauty is going out of the Dollar Generals in general. And they had makeup brushes there. And I always get, if there is makeup brushes, I usually do get a blending sort of brush. So I was bad and I did get 2 blending brushes, but they were on clearance for 75 cents. And then clearance was an additional 50% off. So I only paid like 30 some cents for each brush, which is a steal of a deal if I do say so myself. So I did get 2 of those. And then they had some Maybelline products that looked fairly new and they had like stickers on them. So I grabbed them just to see if they would be 50% off this price. So they'd be like less than $5 each. And I got to the register and the lady is like, well, I don't know why these were back there. They are not supposed to be back there. And like, if I had the balls and if I had that mentality, like that more negative mentality, I'd be like, well, they were back there. They have a sticker on them. Like, give me the 50% off. But I'm not that type of person. And it's just the world telling me I did not need any more makeup. So I just wanted to say that the world was telling me I did not need it. This blue is coming so in handy. Look how bright my under eyes look now. Like this look doesn't look as dark as I originally thought it was going to be. Do I even want to add liner to this? I don't even know what I would add, honestly. I feel like this right here is kind of where I'm at right now. Got the bright blue inner corner, and then we have a really dark smoky eye situation. I want to add a little bit of purple or a little bit of blue liner. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I am going to leave you again, and I am going to do my cheek products, my lip product, mascara, and we'll see about the eyeliner, and I shall be back. This here is my look. Oh, damn it, I forgot lipstick. Now I'm thinking, what type of lipstick should I even wear with this atrocity of an eye look? I have no clue. Should I just wear like my Buxom lip gloss or something, just for something on the lips to be a little bit glossy? Just something on the lips would be preferred. But look at this look. Look, I mean, first off, my cheek, of how like glowy and pink it is. Then look, my chair's making all sorts of noises, but look at what I did. So I did this like galaxy sort of vibe thing. So I added this purple line, and then I did I did a blue star to incorporate the blue inner corner. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed with my eyeliner skills today because I usually cannot do liner to save my life. So I used 2 colors in this palette. So I used this purple shade to actually do the line thing, and then I did this blue in the little dots, which I feel like you can't even see from far away. But then I did the blue heart, and then I just used my pen liquid liner to do a star inside, so like it actually looks like it's supposed to be a star. At the very beginning, I was second guessing if I was actually gonna like this look, and at the end of this video here, I'm like, this is really cool. Like, I am very impressed with myself because I don't usually do this fun of a makeup look like ever. Just have fun with makeup, and this color story I got really gave me like Twilight, not the movie, but like Twilight skies and you know, a galaxy sort of situation. And so that's what I went with, and I kind of went with the stars and the cheek products that I'm wearing today. Well, first off, I'll talk about the blue eyeliner I put on my lower lash line. Is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner stick in Chill Blue, so I put that on the lower lash line. I also topped the, like, whatever blue I put on the lower lash line, I topped this with it to give it more of a I guess a sparkly vibe, so I did do that. For my cheek products, I didn't use any bronzer and I did not use any highlighter, officially highlighter. So I pulled out my Tarte Charmed blush. This one is so pretty. I really love this blush, honestly. It is a really light pink. I wanted something that would go with this sort of look. I didn't want to use my Project Pan blushes because I feel like it's not the vibe that I was looking for. So I pulled out this bright pink one, and my highlighter of choice, well, it's a blush topper. I count it as a blush in my inventory. It's the NYX Buttermelt highlighter, except it's in You Butter Work, and it is the pink one, except it's a bitch to open. So this is the product. It is a really sparkly, not sparkly, it's a really pretty pink. Like, look at the sheen on that. Well, maybe I should swatch the Tarte one as well. I really love both of these products, and honestly, they go so well together. I mean, the Tarte blush, you can't really tell because the pigment is definitely not there. For a blush, like, I like that it's not very pigmented, but that highlighter, really amazing. Really loved this all over the cheeks. I'm really glad I have this product. I feel like when I had the time to simply just do my makeup and be creative, and I don't have to worry about, you know, is this too much to go to the office? Is this too much to go to like Walmart? I literally am doing my makeup for fun, then I'm sitting at home the rest of the day. Like, that is what I'm doing. I'm doing my makeup for fun today for this video, and I'm going to play Minecraft or do laundry or something. Like, I'm going to do something for the rest of the day today, and first off, very appreciative of both Andie and DW for doing the bingo of shame, because would I have ever done this makeup look with Serenity? No, I would not have. This look, I feel like a changed woman. Does that make any sense? I feel like a changed woman, and I used this all over the lid, this in the crease on the lower lash line. This is blending it all out. And I have this, of course, in the inner corner, and the black is really deepening up in that outer part. I feel like I'm not even missing a shimmer, although I feel like this on the inner corner, it has a blue sort of iridescence to it. I feel like if you added this to that inner corner area, I feel like it would just glow, but it's not a part of my rules because these are the shades I picked out, or I didn't pick them out. Random generator picked them out. Oh, and then I use this Morphe Cloud Light powder, which some of you guys have bought on my recommendation, which I feel like I haven't really talked about this that much, but it is like as smooth as a baby's bottom, and it's one of those products that, I mean, it's like an iridescent, not iridescent, like a natural glow to the cheeks, and I'm very happy with this entire look. Can you guys, I can't talk. Can you guys tell how excited I am for this look? And I'm just really impressed with it. Here, I'll give you another close look at it. I'm very happy and very impressed. Thank you, Andie and DW, for randomly generating this palette. and I would never have done this sort of look. I was pretty apprehensive at the beginning. I was like, this isn't gonna work. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I really like the finished look. I really should shut up about it. I will leave down below my palette bingo playlist, and I'll also leave below the collab playlist that I have. All the collabs I've ever done, that is where my last palette bingo is located as well. And I can't stop looking at my eyes. I am so excited. I am so excited for this look. You have no idea. I love and appreciate all of you guys for being here in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you do all the YouTube things, and I shall see you guys next time.